Back to work on the Jetta, and I got the rear axle hung up. I hit it with the grinder and wire wheel. You know, it's nice pretty red. Only spray bombs I had, so that's what went on it. Better than nothing, right? And we got new brake line in the back here, and I'm gonna be, you can see right there the two brake lines hanging. That's where I'm gonna couple the new brake line to. That stuff there hanging down is good yet, and I got new rubber brake line, and it's kind of a pain in the ass deal here. I don't know if I can get a good angle because I'm kind of bent backwards and all sorts of stuff, but you might be able to see where that rubber brake flex brake line runs through and goes up through this bracket, and then the steel brake line will come down into there. I hope you can see that. Yeah, that's going to be kind of a pain. But once I got that, then I can put my wheel assemblies up. Gonna have to fiddle with this stuff a little bit. It's hanging out a little extra. I'll find a way to use up some more line, just make some more bends in it. For you can get one of those brake bending tools, but I always just did this with my fingers, and just be careful not to kink it, and you're all right. Or you can take a piece of pipe and work it around one of them, and that'll usually do pretty good for you. So that's that, and I'll take some more video when I got something done. Now, these little guys, line splicers, compression fittings, couplers, whatever you want to call them. A lot of people don't like these and won't use them on brake lines, you know, and that's fine if you don't want to use them. But personally, I have used lots of these things and have never had one bit of trouble. As long as you're connecting everything to good line, you're not gonna have any trouble. You know, pay attention to what you're doing. I'll use this piece of line as an example. You don't want, you don't want to couple it here and back here your line's about to rot off. You know, that's just being stupid. But a lot of people, I think, have trouble with them because they're not really lining these things up properly. You put them on right and they're just fine. They're going to hold every bit of pressure that your brake system is going to exert on them. First you slide this guy on, and then your ferrule. And I always slide them a couple inches back. That way I know that this is going to drag it back up to where it needs to be. All right? And then this centerpiece here, you get that on all the way till it stops. And you slide that up and screw that on, you know, and you wrench that tight. Don't go nuts on it, just get it tight, and you're going to be fine. You don't want to do that, that's absolutely fine. It's a great thing if you want to go and change just go all the way, brand new line all the way up to your master cylinder. That's great. Good for you, more power to you. But this is what I do, because I don't want to change all that line, and just those couple of little rusty spots that I ran into, that was it. I mean, the rest of the line is in really good shape. Not going to be a problem. But in the end, that's up to you. They sell these things at the auto parts store in the perfect size for putting on brake lines, and they might tell you, hey, don't use these on brake lines, but they know damn well what you're going to do with them. So, I don't know, take that for what it's worth. And don't use them if you got shitty looking brake line. If you just got shitty looking brake line all the way up, then just replace the whole thing. In my case, I got nice looking brake line and I have no problem using this. So, there you go. Well, I hope the light's good under here. But, there we go. We've bypassed the proportioning valve. 2 brass couplers. and yeah, those are going to be fine. Nice new brake line, good flex lines, everything's properly in its brackets. Kind of a pain in the ass to get them there, but he's looking pretty good. I just got to get my wheel assemblies up and get the brakes bled, and this thing will be ready for an alignment and back on the road. So let's get to it. And there we go. Got the wheel assemblies on. Brake lines are hooked up. Yeah, you can probably see that if we can focus a little bit. I don't know, but that's hooked up. Good on both sides. Just gotta get the parking brake retained properly. And right here, you might be able to see this bulging out a little bit right in this area. That means the metal sheath of the cable is starting to rust away, and this cable is going to have to get replaced before too damn long. It still works, so I'll use it, but I'll just throw a whole set on there. But that did work out pretty good, leaving the cables hooked up, and if not for that there, it would be perfect, just about job done, except for bleeding the air out of the brakes. But these things here, you can see you got holes toward the back and then a slot toward the front, and you just take this thing and sort of squeeze it together, and right here, yeah, there we go, right there, there's a couple of pins, looks like two nail heads sticking out of there. And let me see if I can get an angle on that somehow or another. Maybe something like this. There we go. Maybe. Anyhow, boy, it's just not a good way to do that. Not much of a good way. Get the heads of them things stuck through the hole in that bracket, and then you squeeze the whole thing together. Boy, I just can't really get around without having my fingers in the way. Hang on. Let's try this again. I don't know if this is even showing up. And there she is. And that's that. Little brake cable retainer there, and you got another one up here. Just a little piece of spring wire type of stuff. And yet, kind of bend that down. Well, flex it down. It doesn't really bend. Hang on. Okay. All right. And you got another one up here. A little piece of spring wire type of stuff. Get that in there. There it is. All right, and there's your brake cable all tucked up out of the way so it don't get drug on the road or hopefully mangled horribly. All I got now is to repack those wheel bearings. I think I'm going to stick some grease seals in because this is looking pretty cruddy back here. Well, not just crud, but a lot of black stuff, which I figured to be grease. And I'm gonna have to, yeah, there's a lot of grease coming out past that sucker, so that's gonna get a new seal on there and pack those wheel bearings, bleed the brakes, throw the wheels on, and ready to go. I guess the rest of this process ought to be pretty self-explanatory to anybody that really knows much of anything. I mean, if you wanna see wheel bearings packed and adjusted and all that good stuff, let me know. I'll be more than happy to actually tear one apart and do one for you. That's no problem. So thanks for watching, and take it easy. Have a good day.